Hey, we're here.
We are up.
So we're finally up and running. Clueless Ranters podcast. This is the first episode, the introduction episode. I was trying to test really quick to see if I could see us on social media anywhere, and
I was
I
just
don't
doing the
think I can
same thing.
see it. Do you see anything?
No.
All right, so I guess we may or may not be live, folks.
If so, bear with us, and we hope you enjoy it as much as we will while we're doing it.
Exactly. So, I mean, basically, it's been a long time since we've done this kind of stuff, so our nerves are a little, or at least mine are high alert
I
here. So
was.
definitely,
We were talking about it prior to that. It's funny. Now, the reason why we're nervous is what you may not know is the block hosted a massive show. We felt it was. I felt it was massive. I mean, it was on the Art Bell Radio Network. I mean, give us the lowdown. What was it all about?
yeah. And for those of us that are not new to us, we were, you might remember us from EXS Radio. Podcast started in 2007, and I think we ended it in 2012. Um, Conspiracy talk radio, no video involved, so this is all kind of new to me with the video
We
aspect
are
of it.
radio. The radio days live again.
Yep. So we had a good run with that. But, just like everything else these days, things get a little burnt out and topics become. I think we were kind of, actually, to be honest with you, I think we were way ahead of our time.
Way ahead of our time. I mean,
I think
look at we interviewed. I mean, you had amazing people lined up. We had John Lear, Giorgio Tsoukalos. Giorgio Tsoukalos before Ancient Aliens was a meme. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
that's
that's
true.
how now it's ubiquitous. You mentioned Ancient Aliens, everybody knows Giorgio Tsoukalos. We were talking to him, and he was telling us about his new show. That's how it
Now
was.
it's ubiquitous. Yeah, that's true. And we had a lot of people from Ancient Aliens on our show too. Like, what are some of those guys' names? There was quite a few. I want to say I'm trying to picture them all in my head now. See, I can't even remember all
Well,
their names now. There were so many
you
of them.
know, I should have wrote
Bill
that down.
Barnes was one of them. We had Mike Barra, which was on. He's on Ancient Aliens quite a bit. What else do we have? We had people from Howard Stern. We had Riley Martin on, which has its own show, and rest
You
his
know,
soul, he's passed away.
yeah, my favorite was the dolphin sex dude.
Oh yeah,
That was because I swear to God, if there was anybody whose sincerity made me believe that the events that they were talking about actually happened, either he was full blown loony or that actually happened. It's like equal chances of both.
very very true. And he was all into it too, and he totally believed in the story. And he said he would go back to visit the dolphin, and they would
Yeah,
continue to make sweet love.
that's
Crazy, huh?
takes all kinds. God bless him.
Yeah. So, and actually, Riley Martin was the one that got us in touch with some of the producers of the Howard Stern show. And I remember that when we were doing that podcast, a lot of stress. Couldn't really be yourself. Couldn't say what you want. Couldn't say fuck, but you can say that now because I don't care anymore. Because the goal was to try to get us on Sirius XM, and we're almost there, but some of our other members and hosts
Some
kind of disappearing and
antics.
antics, yeah, things falling apart. It actually that spot went to Art Bell. Actually, that spot that Art Bell took on XM Radio was actually initially supposed to be ours, and I think he only lasted on it for a few months and got upset because they didn't give him too much control of his own show. He couldn't
Oh,
release his podcast out. It was all property of Sirius XM. So maybe it was a good thing it never happened for us.
well, I don't think that we would have required the controls or the safety rails if you put somebody like a Riley Martin on. I mean, we both were in the corporate environment, So you knew that we were, serious enough to have done a job if we were given a job. And like you said, you knew enough to self-censor your language because, the old school radio rules, the 7 words you can't say, the topics of polite conversation, sex, politics, religion, you stay away from them. We did all
Mhm.
the cool stuff that you could do outside of that, with a little bit of sex and politics and stuff weaved in. But that's what I loved about your show is like it was the fact that you were always able to talk about anything. And that's what brought me excitedly back.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good time. It was a lot of work, a lot of work,
Well, you were
a
doing
lot
all
of
the heavy
money.
lifting. That's why I liked it. I just
Yeah,
I just showed up to
yeah,
have fun, hang out. Hey.
yeah. Just hang out, just hang out with the guys, huh?
Hmm.
But yeah, looking back at it, you watch some of these TV shows now. There's a lot of conspiracy shows, and you got Jesse Ventura and all those people that are doing stuff now. And some of the people that they have on their show, you're like, hey, I got that guy on. And it's like, wow, we were way ahead of our time. But I think
We
if we were still doing what we did now, I think we would definitely have been banned. We would definitely be off of social media, Facebook especially, fake news.
Isn't that
Um,
amazing that if we thought about it, if we had the exact same interviews, conversations to do over again, that we thought we were being cautious about, we would be banned.
yeah,
Oh, nope, nope, nope. No, you people. There will be no freedom of speech there, people.
yeah. Facebook would have definitely given us the boot, that's for sure.
Facebook for sure.
Yep. I think
Maybe
what
not.
we're going to try to do here is, we're going to, try to get guests on and stuff like that here and just talk some shit, just take a step back from reality and just try to loosen up.
Yeah,
Can't
that's
live our lives being so tight and so fearful of everything these days, especially with the woke society that we're in now and cancel culture and, everybody being afraid to say what they feel. Fuck it. Just do
you
what you got to
definitely
do.
need
You
a
only live once, right?
distraction. So what's distraction in the news right now? It's the Depp trial, isn't it?
Johnny Depp, yeah. They're not really talking too much about Russia anymore. Too much. I don't hear too much going on with that. So, but I'm sure stuff is still going on, of course. But the Johnny Depp trial is hilarious. I wish it was over. I'm surprised it's not over by now. And I think we should probably dedicate a show to that where we can play some clips, talk about it, maybe play some of the funny stuff. So once we get a hang of how to import all this stuff into the show, we'll start doing that kind of stuff.
There's
But
2 more
yeah, that's
weeks of the
hilarious.
Depp trial.
Are you
I was
serious?
yeah, I was reading today. It's already gone on for
What can they
4
possibly have to
weeks.
talk about?
They are draining this for every penny of entertainment value they can. I mean, it is the blood-sucking lawyers that are getting rich off of this, and then it's a punitive expedition. Basically, my understanding was this is Depp. She said some nasty stuff, and now it's being aired out into the courts. But yeah, 2 more weeks, and they're both gonna take the stand again. It's ridiculous. I literally thought it was over, and when I started doing some research today and I was, jotting down I said,
Hmm.
"Oh, it says 4 weeks have passed with another 2 to go." I was like, "They scheduled 6 weeks for a defamation trial?" Like, I feel like it should have been sooner than that. But that's when I thought
It's
they're
ridiculous.
milking it.
Did you see the? Someone made a TikTok video about Johnny and his one of his female attorneys. How she's
No,
giving
what?
the kind of Google eyes and how they kind of touch each other and yeah, watch it. It's kind of funny. I mean, I don't really think there's much going on there, but it's hilarious. There's so many TikTok videos, and I hate TikTok to be honest with you. TikTok gets on my nerves because I feel like I'm watching the same thing over and over again with the same
Oh,
song or
because
music.
everybody's
It's just
duplicating
playing
the
constantly.
same whatever.
Yeah, it just drives me insane. But when I watch those Johnny Depp clips, hilarious. Can't beat it.
Well, it's
Classic.
like the old vines. Like when a short clip is done good,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, and it's only 50 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Nice quick hit
Hmm.
to the point. It's gold. So I mean I get it, but it's the fact that you got to slog through 500 tons of trash but you find that one piece of gold like, "Oh, oh, that's nice."
Yeah. No, that's true. I mean, there's certain songs that they would repeat over and over and over again. You know, kids go crazy with it. My 12-year-old is constantly on it. And I go, why do you want to keep listening to the same thing over and over again? It's like, no, Dad, it's people, different people doing different things. But I'm like, it's the same damn song every time. I'm tired of hearing it. But I mean, I guess that's just what it is. I mean, I still get some. I do have a TikTok account, and some of the stuff does pop up on my phone, and you know, sometimes my wife will send me stuff that she thinks is funny. But every time I click on her link, it's weird. It's the weirdest thing, and I even showed her too. When I click on the link to open it up to TikTok, it automatically will go to a page where there's females in bikinis dancing around.
Whose
It's just
account is
a
this?
different video. Mine. So at first, when she was sending me these videos, I would click and open it, and that's what I'd see, and I'd look and I'd be like, "Why is she sending me this?" I'm like, "It's kind of all right, cool, but why are you sending me this?" But then you have to wait a few more seconds, and then the actual video that she sent actually starts to play. And I showed her that, and she's like, "Well, you must be on there, you know, looking at those things, and that's what has you tagged as."
Yeah,
And I'm
what?
like, but I
That's
didn't. Honestly, I didn't. I don't really ever go on
right.
TikTok, but it's on there constantly. So what I'm going to try to do is record it. Next time she sends me one, I'm going to try to record it so I can replay it on here, so everybody can see it. How the first couple of seconds of every video she sends me is women in bikinis.
It's just are they random or is
Yeah,
it relevant?
I don't know who they are, and they're different videos every time. Some of
Well,
them are
that's
with females twerking, you know.
well,
So
that's all
cool,
Instagram
but
is. Like,
cool, but why is she sending me this? You know, but she
maybe
did.
she's testing you.
Nah, she, but I did take a look at our social media, and actually I did find that we are streaming through on our YouTube page. Which, if you want to find us on YouTube, just put the Clueless Ranters, and that'll come up. I'm not sure why Facebook doesn't seem to be working. Um, I just recently checked, don't see anything there unless I'm not able to see it. I don't know.
When we
Um,
started, there was a pop up on the screen that said one of the streams was experiencing difficulty
I didn't see that.
or a network connection. Yeah, it was like a yellow bar. It just flashed.
Hmm. All right, so we'll have to check into that and find out what that problem is. We also have a Twitch account, which we're on Twitch, um, Twitter, Facebook Live, which on Facebook Live we'll be streaming on our own page and other groups. We'll also have replays of the audio and possibly the video on Spotify. There is a way to do live on Spotify, but I haven't gotten that far yet. This is, like I said, this is all new to me, so trying to get my feet wet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're learning the ropes. I'm checking myself now. We're both.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, while you're looking at the Facebook page, you know that thing that came out on Facebook today. Now they're saying that this is a Russian software about that new profile software, where everybody's like changing their profile to look like a painting.
Yeah.
So they're saying that that's Russian software, and they're using that to hack into our phones and steal our information. So, I mean, I deleted it, but it's just funny how when these new programs come out and one person posts something using that program, how it just
Yeah.
catches on like wildfire. So, I mean, think about it. If you were to try to do something like that, that would be the easiest way to do it, because all these fools out here just follow along. I mean, I did it, but then I deleted it. But
Well, I've
if I
always
end up,
said that all the trends, when they said that, I'm sorry, when they said the trends for the photos, the aging, like the 10-year challenge, it was to be
oh
used
yeah,
for facial recognition. That made perfect sense to me. I was like, sons of bitches. Like, brilliant. Touche, sir.
no, and I did it too. I remember I used it, and then I got rid of it. And then, yeah, I mean, what do they want with me? I don't have anything exciting going on.
That's what I always said.
You're gonna take my bank account? Good luck. You're gonna take my debt? You can have it. You know, whatever. Fuck it. But I am curious on how YouTube is going to treat us though too, because you know, going into this, I told myself I, you know, wanted to be a little bit more, you just myself, more uncensored, not the you know
Yeah,
censored. Some people called me, said I stick up my ass and EXS and stuff like that.
I didn't
No,
think so.
really, I didn't. It was just me kind of playing a role, and I'll say that now because again, trying to get us somewhere. But like I said, I think we were just way too ahead of our time. But that's okay. But
I
yeah,
I do
the way
think
the program. Oh, go ahead.
if we had started in YouTube, because what was YouTube in 2007? It was nothing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It wasn't what it was. And had we been focused on that instead, you would have been Joe Rogan or Tim Pool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the thing with Jim Rogan though is that Joe Rogan is he talks about other stuff too. I mean, he talks about everything, and
Well,
I
that's what
think
I
that's
thought.
kind of like
That's what I thought
what
you
I
did.
wanted to model this off of. I mean, we did, but we didn't. I mean, we always talked about conspiracies. I mean, you were in the studio for a lot of them, and uh, it was just all either aliens, which I don't mind continuing the conversation with aliens because I always think that's kind of an interesting topic
But you
and
know the thing is,
still going strong.
as far as it's the same reason why X Files is not a thing anymore. Is because X Files cannot top the absurdity that is reality going on right now. That
Hmm.
it's conspiracy. It's no longer. You almost can't tell the difference between satire and conspiracy theory and the actual headlines
I mean,
because
that's true.
it reads like it's from Bizarro World.
I mean, it's still going strong. I mean, but the whole conspiracy aspect of it, the political bullshit, I don't want to go there anymore. I mean, I think we all know that society right now is pretty fucked up,
Yeah,
and
yeah, it's not functioning well.
I
So it's
think we're
better
all
that we have
stressing.
fun.
Yeah, I think everybody's stressing regardless on what side you're on and what you believe. But just got to break away from that shit and just live, man, because life is short. I mean, we're 76ers, man. We're almost
Mhm.
halfway through life. I don't even know what the average lifespan is anymore. Do you?
Don't I feel like I'm far beyond halfway.
Do you? Well,
Sometimes.
physically, yeah, I feel like that too. Physically, but are we really though? That's the question. I don't know. And then the whole pandemic situation. And, I had COVID. I think, mine was in October, and stuck with me for about 6 weeks. And I'm still feeling the after effects of it. Still fatigue a lot. Picked up a little bit of weight, and yeah, I do have a little bit of brain fog. You know,
Did you have any issues with smell or taste?
it was off and on. Like some days were better than others. And what I
Isn't
did
it
is I
so
got,
strange though?
yeah. Well, what I did is I bought a bag of Starburst because I was reading on one of the blogs that what people were doing was is they were buying Starburst because Starburst has a really strong taste to it,
Yeah.
and if you start to chew one and you could taste it, then you're getting your taste back. So there would be some days that I would chew it and it would just taste awful, like literally taste like wax. And then there was days that I could taste it and I was completely fine. But the head pressure was the worst. The headaches, which sometimes I still get here and there, but those were the worst too. But and then after everything went away, when people talk about, oh, I was depressed or I got high anxiety after COVID, that stuff shit's true. Because I went through a rough February. I call it my emo month. I was all emotional and shit,
You're in your
just
feels.
all emotional for no reason. And yeah, it was
What do you think brought you
crazy.
out of it?
Time.
Yeah, you were
I mean,
just
I'm
ready.
still in it a little bit. Yeah, you go to the doctor, they give you medications, anxiety medicines, and you know, I try not to take that stuff, and I'm off of it. Um, I've worked a little bit more with CBD edibles and stuff like that as an alternative, and those have been good. But you got to get the right kind because I need the kind that help me relax, not the kind that cut me up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I have more trouble sleeping than I do anything else. So Yeah, so that's really all I did. But no, I
Mhm.
still have my struggles, that's for sure.
I was gonna rant about bourbon. That was gonna be one of the ones that I was working on. I was
Bourbon?
thinking all the different things that I can complain about, which is a vast list. But it
Are
seems
you a bourbon
I
drinker?
no, no. But I there I realized that people are nerding out on bourbon. I was gonna make a bourbon barbecue sauce, and I walked
Hmm.
into a liquor store to purchase bourbon to make barbecue sauce. And I asked for a bourbon called Buffalo Trace because that was what I used when I had made this recipe last like 5 years ago, right?
Hmm.
The dude that works at the liquor store looked at me like I just asked him for $1 million and his firstborn child. And he's like like incredulousness. And I kind of like made a funny face. I'm like, what's the deal here? And I just, oh, dude, and you have to show up at like 6 in the morning to get that, like the day that it gets delivered, and it's gone in 15 minutes. I'm like, it's a $25 bottle of bourbon. Well, apparently the pandemic caused everyone to start drinking at home. And so all these
Makes sense.
people, these hipsters decided to geek out into the world of bourbon whiskey. And now whole shelves are empty. You have to camp out for a day and a half to get, a $30 bottle of bourbon or good scotch. It's
Stick
ridiculousness.
with the, stick with the Jack and Coke.
Well, that's the thing. People aren't drink. They need an excuse to drink, so they start. This is. I'm not just drinking to get drunk here. This is. I'm fine tasting. It's like foodies. You know how foodies people they're all. Oh, this is with this sprig of mint and crushed nutmeg and that and a goose liver. You know what I'm saying? It's like they get all. It's like people went through the fad of the celebrity chefs and the cooking. Well, they're going through the fad, and then there was like the homebrew beers and local breweries, microbreweries. Well, they're doing it now to bourbon whiskey. So regular
Hmm.
people who don't drink at all but want to go get a nice bottle every now and then, you're shit out of luck because all the hipsters wanted to start home bars. And all those bottles are going to sit on basement shelves, half full, undrinking for 2 to 3 years or more. And the fucking whiskey's going to get exposed to air and it's going to taste like dick anyway. So it's
Hmm.
like you're
Yeah.
throwing it down. If you're not drinking it all in like a couple of months, you probably shouldn't have bought the bottle. And it kills the bar industry because nobody's going out anymore because everybody built
Yeah.
home basement bars.
I was thinking about doing it. Um,
See?
for sure. Yeah. Thinking about doing it. But I'm not, I really don't drink like I used to, but I do enjoy a Jack and Coke. And Jack's got all different kinds now. They got the cinnamon flavor, which I don't really care for. They got the sour apple, which is pretty good.
So
And
they
then
have
they
the
got
apple, they have like a honey,
yeah, the honey's good. The honey goes down smooth.
and they have a
And
high rye.
yeah, yeah, sure
I'll tell
do.
you, if you like Jack Daniels, you should try the Jack Daniels single barrel proof. I'm told that that is surprisingly good from all these new bourbon, connoisseurs out in the world.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to bring a bottle. I thought about it. I'm like, I should bring a bottle, get a nice little thing of Coke, and just drink it while we talk some shit. But then I'm like, am I gonna owe them something? They should owe me. You know what I mean? Don't do anything for free when it comes to promotion. That's what I always live by. But yeah, sometimes you gotta throw them a bone, right?
Yeah. Well, when you're the little guy, you got to make relationships. It's all about relationships.
I got some comments popping through, like Fred Carney, Mike's Hard Lemonade. Yeah, that's some good shit. I remember when that stuff first came out. Used to drink that all the time, and then I don't know. It's like when I drink it now, it like hurts my kidneys or something. It's like I get this really sharp pain in my lower back. I don't know if it's like got too much citric
Is
acid
it
in
the
it or
sugar
something.
maybe?
I don't know, but I used to drink it like crazy. Like I would buy a 6 pack and drink the whole damn thing. Now I have like one and a half, and then I start getting this lower back pain. And I've had kidney stones twice, right? And that's super painful. Second time I had to go to the hospital twice, by the way. And it's like, okay, well, I don't want to fuck up my kidneys, so maybe that's a sign that I shouldn't be drinking this. But I don't understand why it's just Mike's Hard Lemonade. I don't get it. And all that seltzer shit that's out there right now, like White Claw and all that other
Oh
crap.
my
I don't
god,
know
that
what the
White
craze
Claw.
is with that, but I don't even. I've never even tasted it. I have no interest in it. Have you?
Yeah, I did just because I just had the desire to see what it really it it's tastes exactly like what it sounds. It's seltzer water with alcohol, and it's got
Of
really
course.
awful artificial taste. Like I understand it doesn't taste like beer and it does taste fruity and fun. So I get it. I get it. And it's not like Zima, like the old school Zima that we all used to make fun of because it
Hmm.
doesn't have that heavy sugar like a Mike's Hard Lemonade. You know, when you drink like a Mike's Hard Lemonade or that old school Zima, you felt like I was drinking a thick, sugary syrup with alcohol. This, on the other hand, White Claw, they found that that pleasant medium between it goes down like water. You know what I'm saying? Fizzy water. It goes down like fizzy water with a little bit of flavor and a little bit of alcohol, and it gets the job done. So, I would rather drink piss, but teach their own.
Hmm.
Whatever anybody likes, they're gonna like.
There's an old EXS member that used to back in the day. This guy, and I don't want to mention his name. He doesn't need his head any bigger, but he used to take bottles of Zima, and he would pack his jacket with him in all of his pockets, in his sleeves, and go to the bar.
The
And
bar.
he would do that so he would be able to drink with the rest of us and not spend any money. That's how cheap this asshole was. You know what I mean? Uh, it was
He
hilarious.
he throws nickels around like they're boilerplates or street covers, manhole covers. It's
Yeah, it
tight
was
with the money.
hilarious. Hilarious. Good times, but crazy times at the same time. But yeah, I don't mind. I mean, yeah, let's drink during the show. Why not? Have a couple shots for the people out there, for ourselves. Why not, right?
I was I was literally thinking about doing it, just get my sipping whiskey, but
Hmm.
no.
So what we're gonna try to do is try to do this every Thursday, 7 o'clock. I think we're gonna go probably about. Well, right now this one's only gonna be an hour, but I think we're gonna try to stretch it, maybe do an hour and a half, and maybe go to a max of 2 hours, just depending on how things go. Get our shit together, right?
Yeah,
You agree?
yeah, absolutely. And then what I was really hoping is also on different days of the week, if people wanted to come hang out, I'm still playing video games because that's what I do in my pastime. That's my hobby. So, and this is also appearing, this streams on Twitch as well. So obviously we're going to have talking about current video games, current movies, things like this. Anything that we can rant about, whatever anybody else is ranting about, we're no better. We're happy to do it too. So you can all watch me die in my most recent video game adventures because I seem to do a
Yeah.
lot of that.
Those first persons are all you, man. I don't know. I
Eh,
don't know how like anybody can do it anymore. It makes me dizzy as hell. But yeah, I mean, I did get confirmation, by the way, that yes, we are showing up through Twitch. So it looks like Twitch, YouTube. Looks like Facebook is the one that's giving us a little bit of an issue. Twitter, don't know. I tried checking, can't get on it for some reason. So I guess we'll figure it out. But yeah, yeah, we'll do shit about video games, movies. Which, by the way, I bought my tickets to go see Doctor Strange on Saturday. I'm going to take my son. A lot of people say that movie should be rated R, but I don't care. He's seen worse things, so I guess we'll see how that works. But I love Marvel movies. Man. Anything Marvel, love it. You know.
I remember that when you told me about how you went to go see the Eternals, and I
Hmm.
was like, ew, I got all high and mighty on it. And but you had what you said made sense. And that was what you said was you had to go see it because you're invested now. The eternal
Yep.
stories, whether you like it or not, are gonna be tied into the MCU phase four. Isn't that what they're on? Phase four or phase five? I forget what the I'm not a total nerd, yet, but
I don't know. I think it's well, I think Endgame that was all phase one. I think so. It might be phase two, phase three. I don't know. I don't know how they
I
got
think
the
I
shit out.
think they're on
I just
phase four.
maybe they are. Yeah.
They're on
To
phase
me,
blow, if you ask me right now.
phase one to me was all the originals that led to Endgame, because that was the one big story. So to me, that was phase one, but I don't know what they consider it. I guess I don't pay that close attention to it. But yeah, the internals wasn't the greatest, but if you are watching it and you want to see the outcome later on, it's almost something you have to watch. But I think Doctor Strange would be cool.
I
Probably
heard
get praised
Doctor
for everything.
Strange was cool.
We'll
Early
talk about it
leaks.
next week too. Um, we did see Batman in the theaters, and man, that movie was way longer than I thought.
The Batman.
Talk,
The
yeah,
Batman.
he did a good job. I didn't think he would, but he did good. But I convinced the whole family to go, and we were sitting there. I'm like, man, the day is almost over. I'm like, how long have I been sitting here? And it's like going on almost 3 hours. I didn't even realize the movie was that long. But when you watch it, it's
Do you
long.
feel the 3 hours when you're watching it?
Oh yeah, you feel it. Yeah, you definitely do.
You see, that's no
But I
good
think it.
though. I don't. You shouldn't feel like, oh, if this is dragging on. If you're able to stop and think about what's happening right now, you know what I'm saying. That means you're out of the moment, out of the movie.
Hmm.
A great movie is supposed to keep you where you're in the movie, you're living in the movie, so to speak, in the moment. And so the best movies capture you. And so 3 hours should go by without you realizing it.
Oh no, I mean I agree, and that's how I felt about Endgame. That went by quick. But I think the problem with Batman is that there was just a lot of storytelling, and it just got a little drawn out. I mean, it was a darker Batman version, so I mean, I do recommend checking it out. But it's on HBO Max now, so you don't have to go to the theater and sit there forever and watch it anymore. So you watch
Do you
it at
feel they
home.
were trying to set up the new story, the new
The only
world for
well,
Robert Pattinson?
the only problem that I have with DC, I'm not really a DC comic book fan. I mean, I do like Batman. Don't really care for Superman. Batman was the only guy that I liked out of DC. But I don't like how they keep changing actors. That annoys me. I definitely don't like Ben Affleck, so I'm glad he's not in the picture anymore. And they're doing the same thing to the Joker because there's now what, a fourth? Yeah, a fourth Joker actor that's coming out that you'll see in the Batman. They didn't even use the last guy. How was his name?
Jared Leto.
No,
It
Jared Leto
wasn't.
was terrible. Um, think of the guy's name. Terrible. We talked about. Oh, I didn't plan to talk about that, but anyhow, but the regular, the Joker movie. You thought maybe they would
Oh,
continue with
oh,
him.
Joaquin Phoenix.
That's it. Yep. And they didn't. And they got some other guy coming in. I think who's playing the Joker now. He's the guy that actually played in the Eternals. Actually,
Let's see.
I can't think of his name. But he was in the
Barry
Eternals.
Keegan.
Yes. Hmm.
I just looked
But
it
I
up.
thought the guy that played the Riddler with the mask, that was different. He was cool. I thought that was a cool story. Definitely psychotic for sure. But yeah, they got a part two coming. You watch it at the end to see it, but probably watch it at home. Sitting there for 3 hours in the theater suck. But
Well, you have
yeah,
a pretty sweet home theater set up, so you got the surround sound, big screen.
it's not that good. That's what she said. But,
Yeah,
yeah, it's nice. I mean, whatever. What else can you do? You're sitting at home all this time during COVID. I spent a little
yeah.
bit more money than I should have on extra shit that I don't need, and it is what it is. Now I got to try to make use of it or get rid of it. So I don't know. I got too many things that I just don't need. That's another thing I need to do too is cut back on junk. I just got way too much.
Well, with prices all shooting up the way they are, economies have to be made. It's ridiculous. I
I
went to
mean,
the store the other day just for myself, and I was like, I walked out and I'm like, did I just spend $120 for this shit? I
it's
was like, this is
ridiculous, isn't it?
ridiculous. I couldn't even imagine. I told you the other day, I can't imagine what somebody that's got to pay for a family's got to do like in a whole month. Ridiculousness.
Normally, it would probably have cost you what, maybe $70 for what you
Less
bought.
than that, man. For
Um,
what I got, I feel like I should have paid 50 or $60. And the fact that I was over 100. Now, granted, normally I will admit I do much better at buying stuff that's on sale, but I was weak and I just wanted to get it over with because I didn't want to go back to the store. So I did not get sale prices. So I did shoot myself in the foot a little bit, but
are you
that does
are
not
you
double the price alone.
are you coupon clipping?
Do people still clip coupons?
They do, yeah. There's actually somebody that we used to work with back at one of our unnamed jobs, but she's one of those extreme couponers, and she's always posting stuff on social media. She came home with like 12 bottles of detergent that only costed her
Mm.
$3. I don't know how the hell they're doing it, uh, but hey, she's doing it. Good for her, you know. But I don't know how they do it actually.
But do they actually cut the coupon? Like, is there an actual
Yeah,
like when I'm see that's I think that must be the true secret because I just use whatever I see in the they send you the ad in the newspaper, right? You pick it up and it's
yeah,
got or they don't send it's like a newspaper and it's got all the ads and I say, oh, this is what's on sale.
yep.
I don't think I never see any clippable coupons, but I get
Well,
apparently they still are.
yeah, what they do is they do exactly that. They look for whatever the store has on sale, what the special is, and then they somehow find a coupon on that same thing. So, from what I was able
Gotcha.
to find out, is if you go and you're going to buy, let's say, a box of cereal, which is buy one get one free, and say if it's Cheerios, right? They're going to buy one and get one free, but they're also going to find like $1.50 coupon off. They're going to use both coupons on both boxes, even though the second box is technically free. They're using two coupons because they do have two boxes of cereal. So instead of getting $1.50 off, they're getting $3 off.
On something that was already BOGO.
Free. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a strategy you got to have time to figure out. I just don't have time. And then the hell with trying to eat healthy, man. My goodness. But,
I did make a change that I think is good. I try to eat more green vegetables. So kale, broccoli, spinach. Like I gotta have one of those or sweet potato, even though that's not a green vegetable. Still one of the superfoods. So you
yeah,
gotta be healthy.
get yourself a little ninja and just make yourself a smoothie. That's what I do. Oh, seriously, it
Y-
works. I mean, I don't like eating that stuff
You
regular,
do a
just
kale
out of the
smoothie?
bag. Yeah, I'll throw it in some fruit and get your vitamins that you need and don't have to taste it. Because I'm not much of a spinach person either, but I'll throw that in smoothies and I'll
Would you
taste it.
ever would you ever get one of those colon cleanses where they shove the tube up your butt and flush you out with the coffee? The coffee cleanse?
Well,
Would
I
you
had a
be all bougie?
colonoscopy. I've had a colonoscopy, but I think you're asleep. Well, you're asleep for the colonoscopy, but I don't think this you're asleep for, are you?
What? No, you're you're awake.
Yeah.
Why did they put you asleep for a colonoscopy?
I don't know, but I'm glad they did. But for the cleansing, I would be lying if I told you I haven't thought about it.
The idea of being totally clean, you know what I'm saying? Like you hear those old stories like John Wayne died with 40 pounds of undigested fecal matter. And you know what I'm saying? It's like I forgot what that legend was or whatever. But I was like, oh, I'd feel all light and
I mean,
comfortable. Ooh.
imagine how much stuff is probably inside you that never technically really leaves. I mean, it's gross, dude. Seriously. But no, I thought about it. But you are awake for the whole thing, so I would feel a bit strange. Um, I'll say something else for the record too, and this is something that people, especially here at home, have been bugging me to do, especially the women of the household. I'm actually going to get my very first facial
A
in a
facial.
couple weeks. Yeah, a
Are they
deep
gonna rub
cleansing
your beard?
facial. Yeah, they
they're
actually,
gonna they're
yeah,
gonna
they have this
massage
thing.
the beard oil.
Yeah, it was in part of the description here too. It's something in here that's supposed to make your hair follicles increase so you can have a nice fuller beard. But no, mostly I'm doing it just clean your pores and shit. I guess I've never
Now
done it, so I can only imagine how nasty it probably is. But yeah, And then I went to go look at the website to the place that I'm going to, and they're all younger ladies. So I'm like, oh, it's hard to get comfortable and get relaxed. And you got
So,
younger women,
you were-
touching you
so,
and doing some things.
so hold on. I wasn't supposed to pull my dick out. I'm sorry. I thought this is not the normal spa that I'm used to.
Well, the quarterback
Yeah.
of the Browns, I guess it's okay. I can use that as an
Ayo.
excuse, right? Yeah, hey,
Mm.
which that's another thing going on, but I don't know. But yeah, that'll be interesting. So I guess I'll probably share my story with that. I've even thought about for this too, is maybe even live recording some of the stupid things that I might go out and do, like maybe videotape my trip to the spa and play it on here for the people.
Or at least clips of it.
Yeah,
You can
clips
do
of
like
it.
a video montage.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? Gotta have something to laugh at, and they can all laugh at me. That's fine. When I was looking at their website and I saw the people that were doing that work, it reminded me of the time that I had to go to the emergency room, and they had to. I'm not going to go into details, but they had to look at my backside and examine parts of the area because you're a man, you're in your 40s. There's certain things that have to be examined. They were all young girls, and they were, and I'm like, this is very uncomfortable. And I said, I hope to God I never see them again. And I haven't, but it was very, very uncomfortable. So I guess no matter how old we get, we never get to that stage where we're totally comfortable with everything, do we?
No, that's a popular meme now that's going around, or at least I see that the kids are sharing about how men don't like their junk to be touched while it's flaccid. Like, "Nee, do you
Uh-huh.
know? I don't like to be played with down there, like examining, prodding, poking."
So I never had a vasectomy. The idea of being awake and people messing around down there makes me extremely uncomfortable.
And having awkward conversations with you. Do you
Yeah,
feel
it's
okay?
horrible. Yeah, no.
Okay, all right.
Why can't they put you to sleep? Pretend you're pulling. You can put me to sleep to pull a tooth, but you can't put me to sleep to give me a vasectomy.
Yeah, why you have to put me to sleep so you can anal rape me, but you're gonna you're gonna mess with my junk while I'm awake because you want me. You
Yeah,
wanna you wanna look
yeah,
at me in the eye while you're like got
yeah.
my fucking Johnson in your fucking hand.
Yep. And you're supposed to be okay with that.
Ooh, it must
It's
be
crazy.
cold in the room. Can we turn the heat up in here?
Crazy. Or I'd get so nervous that I'll be just shooting blood everywhere because my heart will be pumping so damn fast. Blood will just be squirting everywhere. I don't know. People say it's not that bad, but I have no interest in doing
Dude, honestly, I have to get that the colonoscopy or whatever it is because I just turned 45, so it's the supposed to do it. But I have a thing about being under general anesthesia, about being knocked out. Because
it. Yeah,
it's like the same reason why I despise flying. It's it's a feeling of helplessness. Like you have to surrender. You know what I'm saying? To get knocked out. Like anything can happen. I will not know it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like somebody
I,
trips and hits the anesthesia button and I get hit with a fucking lethal dose. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll never know, which you shouldn't be afraid of it because the whole point you'll never know. So people should be so lucky to check out without ever knowing it in their sleep. But I just hate it. And in a plane, this sounds funny. I would feel safer in a small 1 or 2 engine plane, like a little Cessna where I could literally hop in the front seat and take over if something happens to the pilot, rather than a big 737 or 707, whatever they're flying nowadays. Like, and just know that something goes wrong, you are SOL. There is zero chance of getting out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like the likelihood
yeah.
of surprising a catastrophic event in a commercial airplane is like zilcho or
I don't know.
almost bad.
Sometimes I think you'd be safer in one of those. I think it's more dangerous in the private small jet sometimes. But maybe I'm wrong. I've never been to one. I don't know.
But that's what I mean. Statistically, you're probably absolutely right. But me personally, I would feel better
Yeah,
knowing that I
I
would be
get
in a
that.
smaller plane, that I had some type of control. Like the idea
Makes
of being
sense.
in a commercial plane where I have no control over it, it's not fun to me. I don't even like riding buses for the same reason.
Really?
Yeah. 'Kay,
Hmm.
I'm somewhat okay, like, when I'm driving, like, I feel alright. Like, even if I'm sitting shotgun, I just feel, "Oh, this asshole just I don't know, is riding with my brother," and I'm like, I hate his driving. I'm like, "He's gonna get me killed.
Yeah,
I swear to God, I've
that's tough
always
too.
known it was gonna be this asshole that gets me killed."
Yeah. No, I get that. You take a long road trip on vacation, and
Yeah.
you're mostly I do the driving, and now I kind of hate long car rides, and sometimes I get to the point where if the car ride ends up being too long, I start getting a little anxious, the anxiety sets in, and then I start drifting away while I'm driving, and then it gets to the point, okay, we need to have somebody else drive, and then we'll switch spots. My wife will get in the car and start driving, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna sit in the passenger side, I'm gonna relax, close my eyes. I can't. I'll close one eye, and the other eye's always open. And even though she's not a bad driver, but I worry.
You still
So
feel
I
that
get that.
anxiety.
It doesn't go away. So I mean, like this is kind of the shit we can talk about. And, we got others in the chat room. You can always join in on the conversation. We've got a phone line that we'll have working here soon, so you can call in and just talk some shit in regards to this. I'll share my review, I guess, over Doctor Strange after this weekend. See what you guys think if anybody else out there has seen it. But for this is more just like an introduction to what we're gonna do. So we're not really formatted. We're gonna try not to be. I don't think we should be scripted. I think we should just roll with whatever. And hopefully you guys like it, and we can continue to build from there. But yeah, I mean, it's some cool stories, you know. But you're right, the anxiety never goes away. You never feel 100% comfortable. But I get that. If you feel like you have control of something, that's why I don't like roller coasters. I don't. I'll say that right now. I don't like going on roller coasters because I have no control over it. If
Yeah.
there was a steering wheel and I could steer it and slow down and stop, I'd probably be fine with it. But
I'll
because I can't, it bothers me.
well, a little bit of probably information people will glean, but we used to go to Cedar Point. We live in proximity to a place called Cedar Point. If people don't know about Cedar Point, it's one of the probably perennially one of the top 3 roller coaster amusement parks in the world. And we live within driving range of it. So everyone spends they go there at least once a summer, right? As a child for years. So I mean, there's people you go there over decades, and I'll tell you what, I never ever had a problem. I rode every roller coaster, Demon Drop, Gemini, Magnum XL 2000, Millennium Force. Well, maybe not the Millennium. Let me tell you, because it was around college that a professor had told me that engineering is the science of making things weak. He
Hmm,
goes, anybody can make something strong, but it takes an immense amount of materials and manpower, right? You could build the pyramids, right? We could do it and make a something that lasts 10,000 years, 25,000 years. I forget how long they've been around. But the point is, engineers are told, how can we accomplish this goal while using as minimum amount of materials as we can? So if you want to build a bridge, so this bridge, what am I required to do? I need to carry X number of cars at one time and withstand this much wind. Well, so he goes, roller coasters. He goes, roller coasters are designed to be just strong enough to carry you. I mean, if like one little tweak goes wrong, you have people stuck on the roller coaster, right? And you see them to walk down, and that was it. Like when I realized those two things go together, that some dude probably got drunk with his fat brothers, like, the weekend that he had to turn in the assignment for, or the job that he was asked to do, the engineer to build this one turn on this roller coaster. He got drunk and now this asshole just fucking killed me.
it's crazy, right? Just like with the carnival rides, when you do carny rides.
No, I don't do carny rides. I mean, literally, unless it's like a 1 story tall kiddie Ferris wheel. Like I do not like it. I don't like well, I have Meniere's disease, so any type of wild motion with me, and and I'm on the
It's
ground
over.
as it is. But so roller coasters, but even if I did not have a physical disability to being thrown around, I wouldn't do it. Like even if I had the chance, I would just say no. Yep.
Mhm.
I stopped doing it before I came down with the disease. So, but speaking of roller coasters, that poor kid in Florida, did you see
No, which
or
one?
hear? He's real big dude. He was a football player. He was like six
Oh
foot
yeah,
five,
Dell.
like 360 pounds. Like dude was gonna be a beast, and he was he was. I think he was even taller than 6'5". He might have been like 6'7". Well, the thing he was like 60 pounds heavier and like 4 inches taller than whatever should have been allowed on the ride, and the poor kid passed away because he wasn't secured. He slid right out of it. And see, and that's the thing. It's
Oh,
like, yeah, it was a free fall ride. It was like the demon drop. And when the seats arrested, he wasn't strapped in, and it slung him out like a slingshot.
that's terrible.
Yeah,
Being
the
a
only
big
saving,
dude like that too.
yeah, but I saw the video of the one carny ride where it's just a spinny. It's like the rotor,
Yeah. And is
and
that the one
each
where it's tilting?
yeah, and it moves and tilts, and some girl came loose, and like her cage came loose, and it was just flinging people all over the place, like 6, 8 people. You got flung out, smashed. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, especially the old carny rides, like, because we're old enough to remember when carnies were real carnies. Like these
Oh yeah.
dudes were like traveled the country with this carnival, like some salty, strange looking dudes, man.
They're still
Some
like that.
interesting.
They come to my town locally, and
Do they?
yeah, oh yeah, they take that. I live close to Lake Erie, and they actually take their baths in Lake Erie. So one time we were walking
Stop.
a path. No, no, I was walking a path. There's a path that you can walk, and you can view the lake. And here I'm looking at a couple dudes that are kind of like in this creek, which runs into Lake Erie. And I'm looking at these guys, and I'm like, why is it like all soap suds all around them and stuff like that? It was like all suddy and stuff. And it was shampoo. They were just washing their bodies right there in the
I
lake, and it was the carnies. Yep.
suppose you
Because
got to
they
do
what
what
they
you got
do
to
is,
do.
yeah, I mean they're there for a total of 3.5 days, and they don't stay in hotels or anything. They bring like RVs, and some of these RVs you can tell they don't have restrooms. There's no running water hooked up to them. There's no connections because they're not parking these at traditional campground sites where there's running water and stuff like that. So, and you see outhouses that the city puts up for them. So you know that they're doing that, and you know they don't have a shower. So 3 days out in the hot sun, a bunch of little punk kids running around. They got to get clean, I guess. So they go right in the lake.
I
I
mean,
couldn't do it.
I would prefer that they did it in the lake rather than not do it all. There's that scene from Caddyshack when
Hmm.
Bill Murray was asking Chevy Chase, "You got a pool there?" He's like, "I have a pond. A pond would be good for you. Jump in the pond. You could wash it up."
It's crazy, but yeah, I've seen all kinds of crazy things around here, and yeah, it'll be interesting what they see what they do this year.
They
I
don't
don't
have
think they
carny.
were around much.
What's that? The
The
carnivals?
carnival. No, I don't think it was. Well, maybe it was, but I think they shortened it because of COVID, which didn't make any sense. But whatever.
I just once I want to see like a real old school like shady carnival with like all the games are rigged, like horribly rigged against you, like you have no chance whatsoever. And then,
Hmm.
like sideshow freaks, like old school sideshow freaks with a carnival barker, like daring you to come take a look at the sick shit he's got in here. Like
Go to Elyria, Ohio, and any day of the week, and you'll see
stop it.
that. No offense,
Illyria.
Elyria, but hey, gotta
No
keep it
offense.
real.
No offense, but your city's trash. That's
I mean, it is what it is, right?
yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
be
like
honest. But hey, what do we know? Part of the reason why somebody asked, where did the name of the show come up with? And I said, well, I don't know. I said, I threw a bunch of ideas at Vinny over here, and I said, I was stressed about it for a while because you got to come up with a name. nothing out there was really that catchy. Well, no, I won't say that. There was a couple that were, but they were already taken, so we couldn't use it. And then
Yes.
one day I thought about something. I always tell myself not to comment on political posts or stuff like that, and sometimes I get trapped, and I do it. And one person that would troll me, and he would do it as a joke, and I get it. He's just purposely trying to annoy me, and that's cool. I'll do the same thing back to him. But he kept just saying that, hey, you're clueless, and other people would come on and defend what I had to say, and we were all just clueless. And all we ever do is just go on people's posts and we rant, and we're totally oblivious and clueless to what we're talking about. So I'm like,
Right.
hmm, why don't we roll with that? So thank you, Hades. What do I know? Whatever.
You know what I know is that if people immediately resort to ad hominem insults, oh, you're clueless. You know, if you can't, if that's what your retort is, then you've won. You're right, because apparently they can't debate on facts, or they have nothing intelligent themselves to add to the conversation that they have to resort. Oh, you have no idea what you're talking about. So you should. I wear a label of a clueless ranter with pride.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh,
me too.
call me a
Why not?
clueless ranter all you want, but apparently that's your only comeback is that just to disparage me somehow.
Yeah, and
Whatever.
what you could be talking about and pointing out is just blatantly obvious. And it's like, how can you disagree with what I just said? It's obvious. An idiot would see it. A blind person would see it. But it doesn't matter if it doesn't fit their agenda or whatever. If it makes
It's
you hurt, then you're wrong. You're clueless. You have no idea what you're talking about.
I always thought that the kid story, The Emperor's New Clothes,
Oh yeah.
fantastical. It was a fantasy. How could everyone possibly go along, you know, with with the emperor being naked? Everyone saying, "Okay, oh, beautiful. Oh, look at gorgeous embroidery." You know what I'm saying? I thought it was just like a farce. I never in my entire life did I think there'd be a time where oh my God, that shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
People will literally gladly know the lie and happy to repeat it.
Exactly.
Just, things are safer if I just go along with it. Oh well.
That's what I saw that meme out there for the first time, and I didn't know what it meant, but it's like a badge that you can put. It says, "I support the current thing."
Yeah, oh, I love that.
It's awesome. Well, whatever's going on, I support it. We don't even know what the hell's going on, but whatever.
That's my
But
biggest issue. That's my biggest rant for today is I don't know what the hell's going on. I wish that I knew what was going on. Someone give me an idea of what the heck is going on. But oh well.
yeah, hopefully others will chime in and share some cool, crazy stories and uh, talk about some games and stuff. Yeah, we got our Twitch channel, and you'll have access to that, and you can stream whatever you want. Maybe I'll try to stream some stuff too from time to time, but hey, I'll join in with you. But when you're playing Call of Duty, man, I suck, man.
No, I'm not going
So
to stream
that'll
Call
be
of
no
Duty.
no.
The game I'm playing right now is actually really good. It's called Blood Hunt.
Really.
It's battle royal,
Mm-hmm.
but you're vampires.
Wow.
It's actually
That's downloaded, right?
yeah. And I don't know if I think I got it for free. It was like the monthly PS5 game or something, or it's included with PlayStation Plus. I don't think it costs anything. Don't quote me on that, but it's fantastic. The graphics are really smooth, good looking. The gameplay is not wonky. The character, it's third person, so it's like Fortnite in that respect. And but you're a vampire, and each clan of vampire has some unique abilities, and both passive and um, where they just well anyway you pick your class. I suck at it. If my explanation doesn't already make it sound like that, like I'm getting literally eaten alive, and that's not
Well,
even
shit, I can join that. then I won't feel so bad
Yeah,
then.
like you do not feel bad. Like I am routine. Like that will be the fun video that I stream with is watching me get absolutely eaten alive in the vampire game. But it's actually a fairly cool game, and it's if I was good at it, I would love it.
Hmm.
Blood
Oh yeah,
Hunt.
Blood Hunt. I might check it out too. I wonder if it's on Xbox or is it just a Sony thing?
It's definitely on PlayStation and also PC. I don't know about Xbox, but if it's on PC, it's got to be on Xbox then, right?
I think so. Yeah, I'll have to check
I'm
it
pretty
out.
sure
It's been
because
a while since I've even checked.
there's an option for disable crossplay. So I'm going to assume
Ah,
it's at least on PC.
are you going to be getting into Grand Theft Auto when it comes out, or do you do
Did
that online now?
did they announce another one?
Well, they're in the. They've been making the. I think it's number 6 now. I think they're on
Yeah,
number. They've been making it
yeah.
now for like year 3. But I mean, they got the online version too. You ever do that one?
People, I forgot what the statistic was, but they're still getting substantial users on Grand Theft Auto 5 online.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
they have new content coming out, like new games or new events. So apparently there is still a strong following for Grand Theft. But yes, when Grand Theft Auto 6, whenever that comes out, I will I will show up at Best Buy and hand them hand them the money, the dinero.
I mean, people are still playing it now, the online version, I guess. But I guess when the new one comes out, it's supposed to have all kinds of new enhancements and all kinds of new crazy shit. So yeah, that'd be
Now,
cool to see.
when
Go ahead.
you go to Grand Theft Auto,
Hmm.
do you go to the nudie bar?
Not as much anymore. 'Cause, to me, it's just like old news. But yeah, every once in a while, if you go past one, you stop in there real quick. But no, I
Just
feel
for
like
the
I
hell
don't
of
do
it.
that. Yeah, just for the hell of it. Yeah. But there are some missions that do require you to go.
Yeah.
But I don't get too involved with a lot of the missions because some of them are long, and unfortunately, I just don't have time. I don't stay up too late anymore like I used to, so that becomes a problem. Um,
Yeah, trying to
the
get
game that,
all the challenges to get the platinum trophy or whatever. I just do
yeah,
not have the 60 or 90 hours. Although I have some friends of mine did spend 90 plus hours on Elden Ring and finally defeated that, which I will give them because I did some share play watching with them. Was a beautiful looking game. So cheers to the Elden Ring people.
oh yeah, I got that thing. Um, I can't
You do?
beat the first. Yeah, they don't call it a boss, but to me, it kind of like is because I can't beat them, so I can't get past that stage. But it's a very very long game, very well put together. But
It looks
to me, like
beautiful. I like the
really
stories.
hard, really hard. Get
Just
ready
you got
to.
to recruit somebody. Isn't that what the whole game's about? Whenever you get to boss, you do some ritual and you can recruit another person to come help you fight, or up to
Yeah, but
another two people.
it's so hard to get to that point where you can beat that first. Again, they don't call them bosses, and I guess people that really are into that game get upset when you say that. But to me, it's a boss, okay, and it's impossible. I can't beat it. I can't get past it, and I've already spent hours and hours on it. I had to give it up for a while, so maybe I'll go back into it. I don't know. I had to turn it off, and I went back to good old Kirby on the Nintendo Switch. I'm like, yeah, that's easy. If my son can play it and beat it, so can I. And I beat it, and I felt great. I felt like I achieved something. Like
The sense
that's
of
the thing.
accomplishment.
Yes, I'm like, I beat Kirby. Awesome. That's fucking awesome. But all the good games that are awesome looking and awesome gameplay, awesome stories, I can't. Just don't get it. Oh well. What can you do? All right. Well, I
I
think we got our time here, right? You
yeah
want to go a little longer?
yeah. It's up to you.
All right.
I mean, that went by fairly quick. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I don't think. See, what we got to do is be careful with the amount of time. I don't think Spotify gives us a certain time limit on how long it goes. I think the only thing that they ask for is we try to make it like a even amount of time. So either like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. I think you can do an hour and 15. I think I saw. Um, just reading their information on how to make a successful podcast and stuff like that. But this is just the first show, so
Well, you want to go to 115?
yeah,
So Call of Duty has got Godzilla and King Kong on it. Have you played that? Have you seen it?
I've seen it. Yeah, they got Snoop Dogg too.
Well, I saw Snoop Dogg. Now the Godzilla and King Kong, I that they're actual full size. Are they full size? Like
I
suppose
don't know.
it's I have not played Warzone, Call of Duty Warzone in months, because almost I just did not like the new map Caldera. I would love it if they brought Verdansk back. They had to bring back the small island, the smaller map, because so many people were leaving. But I was just playing regular Vanguard. I was playing Call of Duty Vanguard multiplayer. I was happy doing that up until I started playing Blood Hunt and got addicted to that. Getting addicted to dying and being miserable at a game.
Well, I think we need something new like that. I'm going to check it out for sure. I didn't even know about it. But again, when I go into the game settings and go into the stories, I don't really look at those too often, which I probably should. Probably a lot of things that I'm missing. But no. To answer your question, I'll find out because my son's got it, but he plays it in his room, and I really don't watch over him. And sometimes I do, but not when he's got that. I am going to check that out because I am curious now. But I don't know.
Yeah, like somebody told me today, and could be totally wrong. They could have been Josh and me. I am fairly naive. That literally it's King Kong and Godzilla towering over the island coming in.
That's kind of cool
So,
though. Different,
well,
right?
I bought that SSD to install that NVMe drive because I cannot update Warzone. The new update for Warzone is so large that I don't have any extra space because I got like 6 other games on there.
Did you
But
put an external on there?
no, internal because I want to run games off of it. So I got a 2 terabit internal SSD.
The
So I'm
external
probably
works the
gonna.
same way, or
No, PS5 will not allow you for some reason the latency or some issue will not operate a game off of an external drive. So the only option you have to expand the memory is either put all the anything other than the video games, put that on the external, and that should free up as much as you can on the the 1 terabit that you get with the PS5. But
mm-hmm.
honestly, the games are so large nowadays. I just said, to heck with it. Get the 2 terabit. It's the largest that they offer.
I got an external hooked up to mine, and I do have some things saved to it. But I think now that I think about it, I think you're right. I think the only games that I can play off of my external are the PS4 games that I
Yes.
have previously. Any of the PS5 games, I don't think do right. They're not working. Anything for a buck, right? We were talking about this the other day. I'm afraid to take my PS5 apart. Is that how hard it was to get one?
Yeah.
How I was hunting for one for such a long time, and I finally got one, and it's like now I don't want to touch it. I don't want to open it,
That's
but
what I
probably
felt
should.
like.
Did you
That's what
put
I
yours
felt
in?
like. No, I have. I'm looking at the box right now for the exact same reason because I'm a dickhead. Where even though opening up that case is, I know you just lift up and pull it like at the same time, like it's like this supposed to be this real easy snap. I'm gonna be the dude that just cracks it right in half, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that sucks. That would suck. And then it won't cover anything.
Well, that
And it's
lottery
not
that
like, oh yeah, go ahead. The Sony
I was
lottery.
the Sony lottery is how I got mine, and it took months. Like I remember, I was lucky. I got mine in January of that year that it came out. Everybody wanted it for Christmas, but I ended up getting in the lottery in January. But is it still like that? I mean, I think it is. Like I never see available for purchase.
I've never seen any in stores, and I do try to peek if I walk past that section. Um, I got lucky. Got mine off of Walmart. Um, that's how I got my Xbox
You
too.
beat the
Honestly, was from
bots.
Walmart. And I never buy from Walmart really. that kind of stuff. It's usually always Best Buy or something, so I can get the Best Buy points and stuff like that. But I just got lucky.
But that's
And
how
then one
rare
day,
the PS5 was to find. You had to
yeah,
go everywhere. You had to check Newegg, Best Buy, Walmart, Target.
yeah, and they didn't even announce it. I just, every once in a while, I just randomly check the website to the store and just see if it was there, and that's exactly what I did. And I just happened to be there at the right time, and I really didn't have the money at the time to go get it, but I did anyhow. I had to eat ramen noodles for about 2 weeks, but that's good. But yeah, I just got lucky that way, I guess. You know, but I have no complaints. I'm glad I have both. I just wish I had more time to enjoy it like I used to. But what can you do?
Things take precedence.
Yeah, before you know it, I'll have arthritis in my hands. I won't be able to play anything. And I'll just have to watch
No,
everybody else do it.
they'll find another way because that's what they say retirement homes in 40 years are going to be. It's going to be
Mhm.
like two dudes sitting around yelling at each other playing Super Smash Brothers or fucking Mario Kart. And that
So,
wouldn't be so bad.
no, not at all.
They
Not at
say
all.
as you get older, you get more young mentally. So it
I
all
believe that.
works.
I believe that. It's like the reverse effect. Go back to being a child.
Yeah, so your body gets older, but your mind gets younger. Like everything's new. Like you ever see old people and you show them something, oh, it's like a
Mm-hmm.
showing the kid with the keys. Like every day they want chicken nuggets and chicken fingers and French fries. They don't want any. Oh, give me the fun food.
Yeah, you start out with wearing diapers, and you leave wearing diapers. That's life.
Yes.
Well, yeah, Rev just posted from Eyes Over Lake Erie. Yeah, we want to thank the Eyes Over Lake Erie Facebook group page. They're helping to sponsor this show, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Sweet.
Every little
What's
bit
up,
helps.
Rev?
Maybe he'll move and have him on to talk some smack. Who knows? Everybody's welcome. You see what we can do up here.
Now,
But yeah,
speaking of Illyria, right?
oh yeah, he's still
Wasn't
there.
Rev from? Yeah.
He's not from there, but he lived
Oh,
there
but he's
for a while.
familiar with the area.
Yeah, he's familiar.
I forgot that there was somebody that was actually from Illyria.
There's a certain somebody, an ex EXS member that has been living there for quite some time, which he will remain
Oh,
nameless. And
gotcha.
it's not the greatest area, and yeah, I never liked the place actually. To be honest with you, I mean, it's got they got some nice parks. Like there's a park called Cascade Park, which is pretty nice, but I haven't been there in like many years. Um,
Like,
but other than that, I have no interest going out there. My
it's
tattoo
so.
artist used to be out there, and I used to hate going there. Uh, hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. But no place is absolutely perfect. But whatever.
No, but the fact that it's kind of like a suburban type area that you don't feel safe walking around is like very. You know what I'm It's so strange. Like I should feel normal or feel okay, but I feel like I can be murdered at any moment here. And then
Exactly.
no one will ever find you. It's like it's suburban enough that it's populated, but rural enough like there's a lot of open areas around there. Like they will dig a hole or in some backyard under a concrete patio, like you will not be found. Like there's
You'll
some
be there.
shady stuff.
Yep. Or
there,
you'll be there for 25 years before they find you, and or either that or the people just give up. They don't even care to go look for you anymore. Oh yeah, Deliria.
Mm.
Nobody wants that. Even the cops don't want to patrol it. But I don't know. I guess if you're not from the Cleveland area, I guess you don't get it. But you
But
don't enjoy
everywhere
it.
you are, I'm sure there's a place just like it.
There's an Illyria in every city, in every state. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. All right. Well, I guess we hit our mark here, so we'll go ahead and get this
Right.
uploaded to Spotify, and everybody that was able to listen and tune in, great. Thank you. Sorry for any technical glitches, but we'll work on it. And we'll just get better as we go along. All right. So
Peace.
that will end it. I guess we'll see you soon, and have a good night. Peace
Have a good
out.
night, everybody. Peace out.